Hi, I'm Yolandi, and I would just like to share with you today some reasons why you should consider earnestly leaving a verbally abusive, physically abusive, or destructive relationship or marriage. Okay, so the first reason would be for your body's sake. Okay, so what's happening is you are under attack. Your mind, your soul, your spirit is all under attack every day with little things that's being said to you, that's degrading you, telling you how to feel, how to think, how you should be different, and labeling you as a person. You are then on the defense. You're saying, no, this is not what I mean, this is not what I said, you're hurting me, it's not nice to speak to people like this if that person is even hearing you. So you are being attacked. And your body would be sometimes start attacking you as well. You will then, first of the stuff that's going to happen is you're going to have immune type of problems. You might have large skin rashes or eczema, immune deficiency type of illnesses will start developing. Things in your in Afrikaans we say senuweestelsel, in your nerve system. Things in your nerve system will start going, because your nerves are under attack. I used to shiver a lot after I've been verbally abused, and I still have some of that left. And these are also things that you can look out to that will start improving. So you must ask yourself, and a lot of people die also, you will start having heart problems, other problems, any stress-related problems. And imagine just a tree that's trying to grow and someone, even if it's a little pin, starts pinning that little plant and pin it here and pin it there and pin it there. And the tree might think, okay, I can still handle it. Maybe if I let this leaf go, maybe if I let that part go, I'm still growing. But the pinning, and that tree will not develop the way it should, that little plant. It will, start, you understand what I'm saying? It will start getting, sort of compensating for the hurt. Okay, so the next thing, so you really think about your health. I've seen some of my friends really having severely health problems, actually people getting permanent health problems like lupus, like immune system deficiencies or immune system problems. And you have to ask yourself, is this what you want to do? Are you going to be in and out of hospitals? Are you doing all of this for what reason? For this person who is really not taking your best interest at heart when they're doing this. Okay, the next thing that you need to consider is that for your mind's sake, you need to get out. Because why? Your brain is part of who you are. The way you think is part of who you are. So someone is telling you all the time what you're thinking, what you should be thinking. You will say words like, you can really not be thinking that. Or why didn't you know? You should know that this and this and this. So he's telling you what you should know, what you shouldn't know, and he's basically ignoring you when you speak, when you're trying to communicate or connect. Things are being thrown back at you, things are changed, you are being blocked, degraded. Your brain, like, you think like a woman, or that's typical of a woman, or that's telling you that, no, it's irrational, or that would never work. Why would you think something like that? Why would you ever consider? So I can't believe things like words like, I can't believe that you will consider this, or I can't believe that you would even think this. So your thinking is being degraded, and that is not a good thing. I hope that you can hear that is not a good thing for you as a human that has to contribute to society and have a beautiful brain that God created you to have. And no one should degrade your thinking or thinking patterns or thinking processes. Even maybe if you start talking to that person like, here you go again. You're just gonna, and it tells you what you're gonna say. You're just gonna say this and this and this. You're just gonna do that and that. And then it's thrown back again and he never hears what you want to say. Okay, so something essential, sorry, my daughter did my nails. Something essential in you, who you are, is gonna break. You'll find that after verbal abuse, you can't remember very well. It's like someone hit you over the head. No. And okay, so that's just for your brain. And they've already shown, I mean, the proof is there, a study's done that verbal abuse is activated in the same part of the brain as if someone actually physically hits you. Okay, so someone is literally pinning with this little pin, just pointing out, oh, you can't think, don't think that, you shouldn't think this is a stupid way of thinking, this is a stupid way of conducting your conversation, why are you even thinking this, why are you even saying that? No person should be scrutinized like that. Okay, next thing that you need to consider to get out of is for your heart's sake, for your being's sake. Because the next thing that's going to happen, they call it mind-body rape, because this person is entering the space of your mind and the space of your body, of your heart, telling you how to think and how to feel. He will not accept your feelings or your interpretations of your own feelings, because they want to interpret your feelings for you, telling you, no, you're too sensitive, you feel too much, you always have, you come to me with all this irrational stuff, don't tell me about your feelings, make it rational, and basically you can never ever tell him about your feelings or her. If you are hurt, if you tell them, listen, this hurt me, they'll tell you, how can you say you're hurt? How do you know you're hurt? How, you're too sensitive, you're just trying to fight, you're just making an argument. They'll find ways of actually not hearing your pain. Okay, so what I'm gonna tell you and ask you is, ask yourself the questions. This thing that he is saying to you, will you ever say that to someone else when they come to you with a broken heart, with something that hurt them? Would you ever say something so mean and so degrading and so, sort of with a shut door, and just tell them, I'm not gonna listen to this, you're just nagging. I'm not going to listen to your hurts. It's just nagging. How should I know that you're hurt? How do you know you're hurt? They will just actually question your own interpretation of your own world. I mean, this is techniques that people, someone taught me this, they're going to watch this video, they're going to say, I taught them. These are techniques that people use in warfare, sort of to get the enemy to give in. That's why I'm saying this whole thing is a volatile attack on you. This is a strategic volatile attack on your personhood and the things that's going to make you special, your soft heart. He'll tell you, you're just a hypocrite. You're so aggressive. If you come and say, listen, I'm being hurt. If you say this to me, it hurts me. If you can get that person to actually listen to you, and the abuse will continue. Okay, so what's going to happen to you if you let this continue? That special part of you that will never ever do this to someone else. At a stage, if you like it, take a little pin and you pin at this tree, even if it's a strong tree, if you started out strong before you entered this relationship, even this is a strong tree. You can even get a whole branch to fall off. If you just go like, ding, 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 you shouldn't be here. I don't like you, branch. Branch don't grow. No, don't be like that. Don't say that. Don't feel like that. Why are you trying to do this? Why are you trying to do this to me? That's something that people will say as well. Abusers, if you come up to them and ask them, or tell them, listen, you're hurting me. Why are you hurting me now? You're hurting me with saying this. Why? And then, you're again taking care of them. Okay. But anyway, all these things will cause bits of you to break off. Bits of your consciousness, of your being, of the special things that makes you you. Okay, so you need to get out, because we need you in this world. We need the special you. We can't have the broken, sort of can't almost stand straight you. We need the whole you that's going to contribute to society, that has to bring these special things into our world. Okay, the next reason is exactly, if you're going to be half broken and you can't stand up, and this person is always just hitting you, hitting your mind, hitting your emotions, hitting even physical abuse, you cannot in a million years achieve your calling in life, or actually become the person, the best version of yourself ever. I mean, life is hard. Yes, marriage is hard, relationships are hard, but they are not meant to be dark or destructive. Okay, there's a big difference having argument with someone saying, I don't like this, and that's and so I don't like, and you're having an argument, or you're having an Afrikaanse ons woordwisseling, you're saying basically you're not agreeing on something. It's a whole different thing when someone doesn't agree with you interpreting your own world, or with you thinking something, or with you feeling something. And the conversation between you will not be like, I like a red car, you like a blue car. It's going to be something like, you should not be thinking that. Why can you even consider that I wanted this? As if you should know what someone wanted, or telling you, no, she wants that, she'll eat that, or someone just eating your food, or deciding just to go over your boundaries. And so you are all the time trying to block, just stop, please, I don't want this, I don't want you to talk to me like this, please, don't say this to me. And that's how I can say to you whatever, I can do whatever I want. Or they say, okay, but they will say something else. So you cannot achieve your calling in a situation where you are just defending your basic, need to live, your basic right to live. And the problem is, at a stage you might give up, and you will fall into the deepest depression, and you will just be lost. You get what I'm saying? Because you can only fight that much. What is the opposite of fighting for life? Is giving in. Let this person run over you, and what's going to be left of you? Okay. So you have a calling, and you need to achieve your calling. Next thing is children. If you have children, it's a very good reason to get out of that relationship. Your children needs you, the best part of you. They can't have you dying, sick in hospitals, all of that stuff. They really need you, because also now the opposite parent is going to be an abuser, so they really need you, the whole of you. And if this person is doing it towards your children or in front of their children, you are breaking them psychologically down. You are subjecting them to abuse, and you have to really consider what this is doing to them. This is not good for your child. And you have to consider taking the child out of that situation, which is also dramatic. So I know this is a very difficult decision, and only you can make this by yourself. Okay, but these are just reasons why it is good to get out. Some people can figure it out within their relationship, but remember, the abuser doesn't have to be in your house to change. If they really want to change, they can go do it outside of your house, outside of where you have to live every day, and they have to give you very clear indications of the road that they're going to walk, the goals that they are setting, why they are changing, and it has to be realistic for you, and you need to be able to start growing today. Okay, whatever plan this is needs to incorporate you growing and developing to the fullness of who you are, and your children being safe emotionally, physically as well, And the last reason is that why you should consider getting out is for your relationships. This person will very maybe overtly or covertly attack people in your life. Your parents, my parents were attacked. My deepest relationship was with my dad, and that was attacked severely. Friends that you have, you'll find later on that you don't have any more relationships. You don't want anybody close to your house in case things will happen. You'll only have distinctive friends that they will agree with. But if there's any person in your life that builds you up or are against their thinking, he will start attacking, or she will start attacking that person. And you will start letting go of those relationships for the mere just the effort of having the fight. You're like, I don't have to really visit with them. I don't have to, like if someone's coming over, they'll say like, oh really, are they coming again? Do they really need to be here? Dis pragtig my liefie. Ek gaan nou mooi kyk, hoor. Ek gaan nou mooi kom kyk, okay? So for your relationships, I can tell you that after so many years in a relationship like this, when I was finally out, there was really nothing. It was only 1 or 2 people left. But as I got introduced back into my life, I realized I started building the same image that this person was telling me about, that specific human in my life, in my mind. I was building these images of them, and I realized, no, they're not like that. This is why I became friends with them in the first place. They're actually fun, they're open, they care about me, they really care what happens to me, things like that. And I could let people back into my life one at a time, And also started getting a real deep relationship with my parents, and is it worth losing everyone? Because you can't, because even if you're not functioning well, you can't, if this person is abusing you, you cannot connect with people around you. Your connection is being hit. Every time you try and connect with that specific abusive person, they find ways to sort of get you down. They don't really want to connect with you. They want you to just be something of their projection, which they then want to connect with. You understand what I'm saying? So here's the reasons: for your body, for your mind's sake, for your heart's sakes, for the fact that you are a special person and need to live in this world and have a calling, a special calling, for your children's sake, and for everybody else that you know's sake. It is a good idea to get yourself out of, sort of the firing area of this person, and try and see if you can, just get yourself in a position where you can start getting strong and grow. And that person then have a choice to change. They do have that choice, and I hope for you that your relationship can work out if you, in a marriage. And if you're just in dating situation, get out today, get out now, but just get away. That person can decide if they're going to change. You don't, again, as I said, they don't have to be sleeping in your bed. Okay, they can sleep in another bed. All right. I hope to see you again, and welcome to post anything that is contributing here, and that we can all learn from each other. Thank you so much.